What's your name?
My name is Emily Krewall.
Okay. Where did you go to high school?
I went to high school at Fossil Ridge.
When did you graduate?
2010.
What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler Chapman.
Tyler Chapman.
Tyler Chapman, I believe. Okay. And so you went to Fossil Ridge High School, right?
That's right.
Yeah, cool. When did you graduate?
2010.
Okay.
I went to Sam Houston State University for 1 semester, and then I came back home and am now taking classes at TCC.
What school are you going to now?
University of North Texas.
All right. Do you feel that high school prepared you for college?
I don't think so. I think the workload in college is a lot different than the workload in high school. It's a lot harder than what high school kind of trained you college would be like.
Did you feel that high school prepared you overall for college?
Prepared me in such a way that college would be easy.
Just prepared you to be able to do it?
To be able to do it, yes.
Right. How is studying different in college?
You have to do a lot more of it. In high school, you could kind of sneak by just studying a little bit before the test, but you can't really do that. In college, you have to study quite a few hours and put a lot of time behind it.
So that's different from high school?
Yes.
How is studying in college different from in high school?
Well, my degree is more not very test-oriented. It's because I'm an art major. And so, as for studying, the most studying we do would be in ideation, which would be to study other artists.
Yeah.
And so it's more researching, I would say, than studying.
So what classes, if any, taught you how to research in that way?
How to research?
Yeah.
Probably my English class, actually. We did a lot of research papers. I learned how to cite stuff. Simple stuff like that, but also good places, valid places, not like Wikipedia or Google.
Yeah. What has been the biggest change to your study habits?
I've had to study a lot more, so I'm pretty much at school all the time studying so that I can do well in my courses, sometimes from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening, so a lot more studying.
What's been the biggest change to your study habits then?
Time input. Just
more.
Yeah, a lot more.
A lot more time. How are your relationships with professors different from those with your high school teachers?
Some professors are a little more distant. You don't get as close with them as teachers in high school because the classes are bigger sometimes. So they can't obviously be as personal with all the students there.
Have you ever taken advantage of office hours to visit with professors?
Yeah. I actually went and talked to my chemistry teacher a couple weeks ago about a test we just had during her office hours.
Does that help whenever you do that?
Yeah, it helps a lot.
Okay. How would you say your relationships with your professors are different than with your high school teachers?
They're more on a, I don't know, I feel like they're more on an equal level. More than, just because you're treated as an adult, because you have graduated high school. Whereas when you're in high school, you haven't graduated high school, so they treat you, as a high school student.
Many of them are PhDs though, so do you feel like you have to approach them more professionally?
There are those professors that, they want you to call them doctor or such and such, but a lot of my professors actually do not prefer that. They want me to call them by their first name.
Okay.
Which was disconcerting at first, to call my English professor Sarah.
Yeah. Did you participate in any programs outside of class that you feel like prepared you?
I did a lot of volunteer work at church, and a lot of that punctuality and consistency I felt probably helped.
So you'd say church prepared you with time management.
Mm-hmm.
What about technology? How's that
technology
affected your college?
Well, the church that I went to was very technology orientated, and I was actually hired on to be trained and learn how to operate that kind of stuff.
Would you say that's giving you an edge?
Definitely.
Do you feel prepared to write college papers?
Not really. The way college papers are kind of formatted, like, it's a little bit different than they teach you to write in high school. They, they don't teach you the essential grammar and all the things you need to learn before you get to college.
So, is it a problem you don't know how to research, you don't know how to cite, or...?
Researching and citing is alright, but, like, it's more little things like comma splices and things like that that I didn't learn in high school.
Do you feel confident writing college research papers? Okay.
Actually, 2 of my papers are getting used as examples, so that's kind of cool.
Excellent. What programs do you think could be instituted at high schools that would help prepare students?
More higher level classes. The only thing that I can really think of to do is to have more teachers, because the way it's set up right now is that you have AP classes right now, but the teachers that are teaching those AP classes, they have other classes, whereas my professor, for example, my English professor, she has my class and she has a lecture. She has to grade, I don't know, probably 200 more students than the average high school teacher does. But those are the only 2 classes she has to worry about.
So what programs do you think high schools or colleges could start implementing to help prepare high school students?
I'm not really sure, because you can't really make everyone take AP classes, and those are supposed to, help you a little bit more than regular classes. But, maybe, I don't know.
Any general ideas on how to inform high school students?
Just to tell them to study a lot more. I mean, it was really kind of a shock going from, high school to college for me, just because the sheer amount of studying that you have to do, you have to change so much of your schedule in order to do that, and I think that's important for them to know, because I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Did you have a job in high school?
Did I have a job? With the first year I did. I worked at my church. And then the rest was sort of freelance. I did some freelance design, so that was, it was fun. It didn't pay very much, but... And then,
you also gained skills then.
Yeah, I gained... my business, a lot of networking. It's not... it's great if you're some sort of Picasso, but if you can't get a job, no one really cares.
Yeah. Did you have a job in high school?
Yeah, towards the end of my senior year.
How much did you save for college before you graduated?
I'm not sure exactly how much, but I always saved a little bit of birthday and Christmas money. I'd put about half of that in the bank in my savings to save up for college. So I had probably around $3,000-$4,000 in the bank.
How much scholarship money do you think goes unused every year?
I'd have to say a lot, because I mean, what a lot of people do is they just they don't think they're going to get it, so they don't write to them. I applied to 94 scholarships. I got 60 of them, so that was pretty good.
Wow. So what is your biggest challenge in college so far?
Time management, I'd have to say.
What is your biggest challenge in college?
Staying focused and time management.